Hello family, welcome back to my channel, Gracefully a Day. I want to welcome you today into another beautiful, great sediment with my very self, Gracefully a Day. Today we're going to be talking about the part B of our last topic, how to build a solid relationship with a friend. Remember, we are not talking about intimate relationship. We are talking about casual relationship. In our last topic, we dropped a lot of tips that will help you to build a solid relationship with your friend. And today we're going to be adding some tips to the last topic, to the last tips on how to build a solid relationship. Hey, if you are just watching our video for the first time and you want to be a family, please kindly smash the subscribe button, put on our notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. Whenever we drop a video, you will always be number one to be aware of our video. So before we jump into the tips today, like we always do here, is a place we motivate you, we empower you to see things in a positive dimension. And with my very self, there is no dull moment. So let's just dive into our talk today. Number one tips on how to build a solid relationship. Remember, we are in the part B of this very topic. Number one tips on how to build a solid relationship. You must learn to communicate mindfully with your friend. Yes, you must learn to communicate mindfully with your friend. What do I mean by communicating with your friend mindfully? You must learn not to cross the boundaries. You must learn to communicate the manner you expect your friend to communicate with you. You must learn to know how to communicate with your friend. You must learn to know the things that you dash out to your friend whenever you are around your friend, because your friend is not you. No matter how close you are to your friend, she doesn't think the way you think. She doesn't see things the way you see things. That is the more reason why you must learn to communicate with your friend mindfully. You must learn to know the things that is good in the relationship. You must learn to know what are the things your friend can handle and the things your friend doesn't like. That is the more reason why you must learn to communicate with your friend mindfully. It's a very big one, it's a broad one. When you begin to communicate with your friend mindfully, you guys will know how to build this relationship, and it will be very difficult to let the relationship go, because there are some ingredients in everything we do. There are ingredients that is needful in everything. When you apply the good ingredient, the correct ingredient in whatsoever you're doing, likewise to your relationship with a friend, when you are applying the correct ingredient, this relationship will last a lifetime. Like we all know, we all need someone to confide on. We all need a person that we can call our friend. Not just friends, but a good friend as that. So that's number one. Learn to communicate with your friend mindfully. And number two, you must learn to give feedback to your friend. What do I mean by giving feedback to your friend? It has to do with number one, anytime you communicate with each other, your friend expects you to give a result. She expects you to respond. She expects you to always be in the relationship at every time you guys are together. Giving out feedback, she expects, maybe she's asking you some question. You must learn to communicate. Even at the end of the day, maybe your opinion may not be what she really wants, but always give her feedback on the relationship. Learn to give feedback, learn to communicate wisely, learn to give answers. She might end up not using your feedback, but always give her feedback whenever you guys are communicating. Always have something to contribute to the communication. Always have something to give to your friend. Always have something positive that will make the relationship to keep going in a positive dimension. And number three, you must learn to know your friends. You must learn to understand your friend. What do I mean? You must learn to know some, because you can't know your friend. You cannot know everything about your friend, but at least you must learn to know the likes and dislike about your friend. You must learn to know the kind of things she like, the things she don't like. Maybe she's the kind of person that don't have time to discuss about people. You must learn to know some things that your friend like in the relationship and the things she do not like. And when you're able to understand what my friend like in the relationship, always give it to her, because you want your friend to be okay around you. Likewise, your friend also wants you to be okay in the relationship. So you must learn to know your friend a bit, learn to know the like and dislike about your friend, learn to know the things she can tolerate, the things she cannot tolerate, learn to know more about your friend, because we all have something that you don't know about me, and there are things about you that no matter how I try to figure it out, I can never know about it. But the little things that make a relationship look good, you must learn to know, this thing, does my friend like it or she doesn't like it? Those are the things that is needful in the relationship. Learn to know the good things your friend like. Learn to know the negative things your friend don't like. It will help the relationship to be solid. It will help the relationship to keep going. And when you're able to understand your friend, knowing the likes and dislikes about your friend, you must not break it. You must not take advantage on your friend. Likewise, the weakness of your friend. Learn to know the weakness about your friend, not to use it as an advantage on her or him, but just to know it to avoid some differences. Because when you're able to understand the weakness about your friend, you can be able to know when to draw the line. It will help the relationship to keep going. Because if you are able to understand your friend, you can be able to know when to call it a spade. Do you understand me? Learn to know what your friend like. Learn to know their weakness. Learn to know their dislike. Learn to know what they can tolerate and the things they cannot tolerate. There are some people, you see them to be very strong, but little things can just break them, and you see them feeling bad. And at the end of the day, it might take them a very long while to get themselves back. So those things, you shouldn't allow it to occur in the relationship. Learn to know what they like. Learn to know what they don't like. And number 4, you must learn to give your friend space. Everybody needs space. Everybody needs time. Everybody wants some quiet time. Everybody wants some time of isolation. Everybody needs time to think, because when you begin to give your friend time to do his or her own thing, the relationship will be fine. Because when you're always around that person, there are times the person needs some time. He or she might not know how to tell you, but it can destroy the relationship, because when you are into somebody and the person needs time to think, he or she doesn't have time to think, she might end up start lying to you just to get you off her back or get you off his back. So there are times you need to give your friends space. Give them space to enjoy their quiet time. Give them space to do their own thing, because they have their life to live. Likewise, you too have your life to live. Give them space to do their things. Give them space to enjoy their quiet time. Give them space to exercise their own life, because everybody want to build their life. You guys are friends doesn't mean everything about your friend. You have to know how she want to live her life. You have to know. No, they all need privacy. Everybody need privacy in this world. So times and times, you must learn not to barge into your friends' privacy. Give them time to enjoy their time. Give them time to have the best time of their life. Like me, I've learned to enjoy my quiet time. I may not be at home. I might just want to go out to have some rest, and I don't want anybody to distract me. Not because it's something that is a big deal, or I'm trying to ignore the person, or I'm trying to say you are not fit, you don't fit into that space at that particular time. But it is healthy for you to give your friends or people space to enjoy their time, to enjoy themselves, to have time to think, have time to do one or two things that will help them to keep going in life. So that's number 4. Learn to give your friends space to think. Learn to give them time to enjoy themselves. Learn to give them time to do some important things that is important in their life. It costs nothing. It's not a bad thing. It's not that you are proud. It's not that it's a big deal. Make them to see it. They need it. Let them understand that sometimes they need space to think. They need space to enjoy themselves alone, or whosoever they want to be around with. So don't be an intruder in their space time. It will help the relationship to keep going. And the last one I want to be dropping, number 5, is a very big one. You must learn to trust your friends. Don't always doubt your friend. If you want to build a solid relationship, you want to have a good relationship that will last a very long time, you must build trust in a relationship. Remember, when I say trust, when you're building trust on somebody, you are not expecting anything in return. Because these days, the relationship, you got to find that in the words today, most of the relationship has to do with benefits. So any relationship that is based on benefit is not a trustful relationship, and it can break, it can end at any time. If you are building a relationship with somebody, you are making friend with a friend, not because you are expecting something from that friend, not because the person is so special, not because you two you are so special, but because you just like this person, you call this person your friend, you learn to build boundaries, you make it a transparent relationship. You have to trust them. You have to let the relationship be a open relationship between you and this person. That is where you can be able to build trust. Trust is not something that is built a day. You keep building trust, and you have to learn to communicate with your friend. You have to learn to discuss with your friend. You must learn to talk about things. You must learn to deliberate. You must learn to disagree, to agree. When you are able to put 1 and 2 together, you can be able to build trust. There are things your friend don't know. There are some attitude your friend don't have. There are some character you have that you know is good in the relationship. You must learn to discuss it with your friend. You must give a reason to see why these things are good and why these things are not good. Always be transparent. When you are able to dialogue with a friend, you can be able to build trust. Remember, don't input things that your friend don't like. Don't force them to be who you want them to be. No, don't force them to begin to reason in your own dimension. Give them a reason to see if they like it or not. Don't input things on them. Don't force them to live your lifestyle. Don't force them to act like you. Don't force them to think like you. Because if you are trying to build a good relationship, let it be transparent. Don't input anything on anybody. Don't force them to think like you. Don't force them to act like you. Don't force them to accept you the way you want them to accept you. Just build boundaries. Let them know this is how you want to live your life. And the way they want to live their life, you must learn to see it. Let it be an healthy relationship. Because when it's an healthy relationship, it will go a long way. You can be able to build trust in the relationship, and that relationship will last a lifetime. Because it is good to have good relationship. It is good to have healthy relationship. That is the more reason why I am dropping this 5 tips on how to build a good relationship. Remember, number 1, we talk about how to communicate with your friend mindfully. Number 2, we talk about how to give your friend feedback when he or she is communicating with you. Always have answer, even if she's not going to agree with you. Always trying to give feedback to your friend because it will help the relationship to keep going. Number 3, we also talk about how to get to know your friend, the like and dislike about your friend. And number 4, we also talk about how to give your friend space to breathe, how to give them space to enjoy their time, how to give them space to do their thing. And number 5, we talk about how to build trust. So these are our little tips today, how to build a solid relationship with a friend. Remember, I know you have a lot of idea on how to build a solid relationship with a friend. But this is our little token from us to you, just to encourage you to add it to your tips. If you find any interesting, you can as well make good use of it. And don't forget to give us our thumbs up, like our video, share, and if you've not subscribed to our channel, please kindly smash the subscribe button and share our videos. And as you do that, God will bless you in the name of Jesus. Don't forget, we love you so much. And we'll call it a day. And I will catch you on my next one. Gracefully out there. Bye.